Hi everyone, how are you all doing today? I just thought I would share something with you before this practice. So, a little bit of context. Today is a Sunday and I had booked to go swimming, but I didn't want to go swimming. But I was going to go swimming because I thought I should go swimming. All I actually want to do is get my yoga mat out and do a headstand. But I haven't done a headstand for probably a year. And with my back issues, it's probably not the best idea to roll out of bed and stand on my head. That would not be good. So I thought I would listen to my body. I thought I would tune into the voice inside of me that was telling me what I really wanted to do. I know I don't want to go swimming, and what I really want to do is get on my mat and have a nice gentle practice to set me up for the rest of the day. And I thought I would share this with you as well. I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. So today I haven't scripted any particular sequence or routine. I know, big shock, I do actually write a script for most of these videos. I thought I would move with my body, move with my breath, and see where it takes me today. If you are feeling the same way too, then please roll out your mat, grab a cushion or something comfortable to sit on, and let's get started. So if you don't know where to begin, it's always a good idea to find a comfortable seat, whatever that may be for you. Let your hands fall where they want to fall, on your knees and your lap. You can even lean back against a handy wall if you want to. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, maybe exhaling through the mouth, sighing away any tightness, frustration, whatever nonsense is going around in your head, just sigh it away. And then we just stay here for as long as you want to, really. But as I'm sharing this practice with you, we'll only stay here for a couple of breaths. And you know what? On a little aside here, if this is all you want to do when you roll out your mat, when you're sat on your cushion or even lying down on your mat, and you're tuning into your breath, and you're tuning into what you feel you really want to do and not what you should do, if that means just sitting there for the entire time that you wish, then just sit there. But today I would like to move a little bit. So opening the eyes, just giving a big stretch as we lift the arms up to the ceiling, interlace the fingers and turn the palms upwards. And as we exhale, dropping that right arm down to the floor, just reaching over with the left. As we reach over with the left, see if we can keep both sit bones glued to the earth and keep that right shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, let's take it back up and just drop down to the opposite side, dropping that left hand down and reaching over with the right. Inhale, take it back up, join our hands together as we bring them down towards the heart. I'm going to come over onto all fours and get rid of my little cushion. Keep it to hand in case I require that a little bit later. So taking our wrists underneath our shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck your toes underneath you. Draw your belly in, draw your shoulders down, and trying to keep a flat back, so not dipping, not arching, keeping that length through the spine. We're going to lift the hips up and backwards into your version of downward facing dog. Push the hands firmly into the mat and see if we can equal that pressure into the feet as well. Bending one knee as we lower the opposite heel to the floor. And we can keep a bend in the knee because this is all about length through the spine rather than trying to get the feet flat to the floor. As we breathe out, bring our body weight forward, shoulders remaining over the wrists here. Back is still lengthened, core is still strong as we squeeze the glutes and the thighs, holding this plank position, building some strength through our body. Bend the knees a little bit to shift the hips up and back into our downward facing dog. As we exhale, Draw it forwards once more. As we inhale, taking it back. Last time, bring it forward. Drop the knees to the floor. So the knees will be behind the hips here, tops of the feet to the earth. And then slowly lower the chest to the earth, all the way down. Relax through the body, and then see if we can come up again. Tuck the toes, draw the core in, see if we can lift it up, all the way back into downward facing dog. I have a feeling my back was a little bit like a strand of spaghetti then, so I'm going to try and have a little bit more control this time. We're going to lower it forward into plank, knees to earth, lower down, bit of a tricep work going on here. As we lower to the floor, we're going to see if we can come up the same way. So drawing the belly in, lift it up, and then back into downward facing dog. I feel that was a little bit better. Just working with where you are today. Extending our right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend that knee, squeeze the knee to the nose, and then drop the foot towards the top of the mat. Sweeping that right arm up. Drop to the knee if you want to. Exhale, bring the hand back down towards the earth as we step back into our downward facing dog, lifting the left leg up, squeeze the knee to the nose, drop the foot to the floor. Lovely little twist towards the left hand side. Heart rate is beginning to increase a little bit here as we take our left hand back to the floor. Step it back into our downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, stepping our feet towards the top of the mat, bend into the knees, and then slowly reaching yourself up into a mountain pose. Taking the hands behind you, planting those feet underneath the hips as we draw the knuckles down towards the earth. Opening out through the chest, maybe even looking towards the ceiling, squeezing through the back of the arms, back of the legs into the glutes. Before returning to face the top of our mat. I feel like doing a few modified sun salutations today. So if you're like me and your back doesn't bend or doesn't like bending, this might help a little bit here. So planting those feet firmly underneath the hips. As we exhale, we're going to bring a bend into the knees and then softly hinging from the hips, coming forward, almost like into a little squat position. From here, this allows us to take our hands down towards the earth and we step one foot followed by the opposite foot back into a plank. Drop the knees to the earth, take the tops of the feet to the floor. We're going to come into a little push-up, only coming down as far as you can, knowing you can push yourself back up again. So we're going to lower it down, push it back up. From here, tuck our toes, find that plank, and then shift our body weight back into our downward facing dog. Building up that strength in the shoulders here. Let the head feel heavy. Let any tension fall away from the shoulders. Imagine it coming out of the crown of your head and pooling on the mat, getting rid of anything that you don't need. From our downward facing dog, we're going to walk our hands backwards towards the feet. Sometimes this is a little bit easier if you do have spinal issues, and then very gently draw yourself back to standing again. So we are in our mountain pose, but this time at the back of the mat. We're going to do one more little sun salutation, modified variation. Standing at the back of your mat now, plant those feet, bend into the knees, hinge at the hips, take it down. This time, rather than stepping the feet back, we walk the hands forward, finding our plank. Take the knees to the earth. Lower down, let's have a couple of push-ups here. The closer into the body that you have your elbows, you're working the muscles down the back of your arms, your triceps. If you take your hands a little bit wider and allow your elbows to come out to the side, which is a more natural position, then you're working more the muscles I think, across your chest. So just doing one more here, lowering it down, pushing it back up, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, finding that downward facing dog. And then from here, walking hands back in and bringing yourself all the way up to a standing position, back in our mountain pose. We're going to take a wide step on the mat now, flowing smoothly, flowing freely through our class here today as we come into some warrior poses. Starting by taking that right foot to face the back of your mat. Bring a bend into that right knee as we try and keep the body upright, opening out our arms as we find our strong warrior. There seems to be a definite theme of strength running through this class today. And it's not just the physical strength as we move through these postures, but it's the mental strength as well. It's knowing that you are doing something for you and something that you want to do and not that you feel you should. So just holding our warrior, playing around with the foot position, finding our center of balance, feeling ourselves rooted down towards the earth, rooted into this practice today. As we take a breath in, we're going to straighten that right leg and just turn on the heels. And all we're going to do is come into our warrior on the opposite side, so the left leg bends. You might notice a subtle difference between one side of the body and the other. We're keeping our arms raised. And again, just this static hold of keeping the arms out is working these muscles here. And it really is quite a challenge to remember to drop your shoulders, to find some softness through the shoulders as you find the tension through your arms. Let's straighten that front leg. Just do it once more on either side. So we bring that lovely deep bend, or as deep as you feel works for you, on the right. And this time moving with the breath. We lift it up, we turn, and down we come. Excellent. Okay, let's straighten that front leg. Turn the feet to face the front of the mat. Hold the arms here just for another couple of seconds, lengthening them a little bit further, and then let them drop down. Oh, that feels so nice, doesn't it, when you do things like that? Okay, roll your shoulders back and down. You can hop your feet together if you wish, or you can do the natty heel toe together movement. Coming back down to the floor now, any which way you choose. I choose to come down onto my knees and sit back, bringing your feet out in front of you, having a little bend in the knees, hands behind. Doesn't matter if your fingers are pointing forward, sideways, backwards, whatever feels good. Take our left foot and drop it over our right knee. So this is a variation of pigeon pose. And you can make this work for you just by moving your bottom and your front foot around. So this is a pose that's going to stretch into this left hip, left glute. We want to think about length through the spine and not sink down into the shoulders. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, you can draw your front foot forward, maintaining that length in your spine, and you will definitely feel it. If you are feeling it too much, just walk that foot away till you come to a position that feels right for you. And when you get there, focus on your breath. Deep breath in, long breath out. Wait till that stretch begins to subside a little bit, and then if you choose to move your foot closer or further away, and feel free to do so. Coming on to your opposite side. Remember, both sides will be different as well. One side will feel tighter, one will have more movement in it. Just be aware of the shoulders. I can definitely be aware of mine is sagging down, is really chilling out in this pose here. So find your edge in this position. Find where it feels tight, not painful, just tight. That sort of, oh yeah, okay, I can feel that. And then move the foot around to either increase that, ooh, I can feel that, or take it further away. Stay here for a few breaths. Feeling that stretch begin to ease off. and then uncross your legs. Just windmill the knees from side to side. So again, we're just moving with the body. The body will automatically know what position it wants to go into. Extending your right leg in front of you, just bringing your left foot into the side of your right leg. Just going to shift over a little bit. I'm not sure how centered I am in the frame. Sitting tall, maintaining that good posture with that right foot facing up towards the ceiling, pushing the heel away, already feeling a little stretch down the back of our right leg. As we drop the hands either side of the leg, roll the shoulders back and down, keeping the gaze towards the big toe, and as we exhale, just gently drawing ourselves forward. You don't have to come too far. You don't have to get your nose to the knee. You just come as far forward as your body allows. And just relaxing into that stretch. Letting your breath flow smoothly. Maybe even closing your eyes, just focusing on the breath, focusing on the sensations that arise in the body as well. Blocking everything else out, your to-do list, everything else, just let it go. And then we walk ourselves back in. We're going to take our left hand now behind our left hip. We're going to sweep around with the right and just open out through the chest. Now, I'm keeping my left hip on the floor. You don't have to. You can lift up onto the knee if you wish. I'm just going to move myself to show you. So you can sweep around, lift into that left knee, and really open out through the body. Again, it depends if the knee feels okay, if the back's feeling okay. Listen to the body, move in a way that suits you, not in the way that you think you should be moving. Okay, let's extend that left leg out. Now the right foot comes to the inside of that leg. Take the hands to the floor. Find length through the spine. Nice deep breath in, long breath out as we extend forward. I'm not extending terribly far forward, as you can see, and that's okay. The shoulders are level. I can feel the stretch down the back of my leg. I'm tuning into the breath. And on the inhale, we come up. We take our right hand behind us now, and we sweep around with the left, possibly pushing up onto that knee as we open out through the chest. And then as we exhale, we draw it all the way back down, crossing the legs over in front of us and just shifting yourself to a comfortable position from whence you started the class. From whence? Okay, I'll go with that. Keep those shoulders soft. Close the eyes. Let the hands fall where they fall, on the knees, in the lap. Exhaling maybe through the mouth again, just sighing away any tension, any nonsense that's going on in the mind. And we can stay here for as long as you want to. I think I'm going to stay here for quite a while, but that would not be fascinating viewing for you. So I will leave the video here today. I hope you enjoyed the unscripted ramblings of this 50-something menopausal woman. Normal service will resume very, very soon. But if you did enjoy, or if you are enjoying my videos, please do drop me a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and we will meet on the mat again soon for more strength building, some relaxation, and general moving your body in a way that suits you. Have a great day. See you soon.